what's going on, guys? Nolan here from Neurotic RC. Today I'm talking about the new Losi Promoto MX. So today I'm gonna just go over with the things that it comes with in the box, and if you got the Honda version or Yamaha version like I did, I'll talk about what kind of batteries you can use and go over everything you need to know. So stick around and watch the whole video. This bag has a bunch of tools to take apart the forks and shocks. It doesn't have Allens or anything. It's just a couple wrenches and some long nails to take out and take apart the forks. Here is your quick start guide. It comes with extra stickers if you don't want the numbers or anything. And it just talks about everything you need to know about batteries and startup sequences and everything. Since I didn't get the Kawasaki version, that one comes with a battery, I got a 2-cell 6,000 milliamp 100C battery. So this battery fits just fine. It's a little tight to close the hatch, but it's a perfect battery, works really well. You get about 12 to 15 minutes of runtime. This is 6,000 milliamps instead of the 5,000. So you get a little bit extra runtime. But it is a good battery. You can do 5,000 milliamps is what they recommend, or 50C. I got a 50C and a 100C. You cannot do 3S. You may be able to in the future if you upgrade and change some things on the flywheel. You can't do 3S because it will mess the flywheel up, because that thing is spinning at 22,000 RPMs, which is extremely fast, and when it's spinning that fast, it can cause damage if you do a 3S or not, because it's spinning even faster. This is the whole shot stand. So if you wanted to race, you set your tire in here. It kind of just slides in. Then you extend these feet out depending on your terrain. I've only launched it by hand and it does just fine, but if you want to race or something, you use this. Then the remote is the next thing that you get in the box. This is a very nice remote. Spectrum did a great job. And also a downside with not having a Spectrum battery, you don't get the smart battery level. You still have a low voltage cutoff, but you won't have the different levels as if you had a Spectrum battery, it would tell you. But those Spectrum batteries are kind of hard to get right now. And as of time recording this video, it's in October. I pre-ordered the Kawasaki one, but they weren't going to ship till December. I ordered mine in the beginning of July, and they said they weren't going to ship till about December. So I found local hobby shop in Colorado, and I called all kinds of different stores, and this one place had a couple of them. So just picked it up, and it's awesome. I do not regret it. I personally like the Honda one a little bit better. It does suck that I don't have the Spectrum battery, but I mean, it's not a huge deal. But so now let's talk about the bike itself. All right, so this bike has a normal suspension as like a dirt bike. It's got the 2 forks and the rear shock. They're all both adjustable, and you can adjust the rebound and everything on the forks, and you can change the stiffness on the rear shock. The suspension seems pretty good. When I tried to compress it, it's a little stiff, but once the oil starts moving, it smoothens out a little bit, but it is a little stiff once you first compress it a little bit, and I probably still need to break mine in. So to say it's stiff is not really fair, but you just need to break it in, and I'm sure it'll get smoother as it goes. And it's got front brakes. It's front disc brakes, so it's got a caliper and brake pads, and they're functional. And the rear, you have no rear brakes. You press the front brake. There's actually no reverse, so when you go like that, it will activate the brake, and there is no reverse, so you can't back up while you do it if you're going slow. As like some RC cars, if you're going slow, then hit the brake button, it will go reverse sometimes. So like this, you don't have to worry about that because there is no reverse because it's a dirt bike. But the rear, you have no disc brakes in the rear. Right here between his pant legs is the switch to power it on. And back here is the battery compartment. So I have the 2S in right now, 6,000 milliamp. You can see fits pretty good. And you just kind of need to put the balancer tab right where those wires are. It's got chain in the sprocket. I'm not sure how durable the chain and sprocket is. I don't know when you need to replace it or not, but of course, I've only got about probably 5 minutes of ride time on this thing, so I have no idea. And there's 3 modes. There's a dirt mode. It doesn't say on here, but you switch through your modes with this switch. So you can go all the way up, and then that's the highest mode you can go, which is wheelie mode. So if you go up again when you're on wheelie mode, it won't change it. So then you have to go down. So it doesn't completely cycle through. So the first mode, if you go all the way down, that's dirt mode. Up 1 is track mode or road mode. Up 1 more is wheelie mode. And I noticed, so to wheelie, you need to what I do is just hold the throttle very quickly and get on it quickly, and it just pops right up and it sustains a perfect wheelie. If you're going uphill a little bit, you will kind of flip over, but if you control it and don't overdo it, you will. It's really easy to wheelie. Haven't had any issues. So there is a startup sequence and a shutdown sequence. So once you have it plugged in, make sure you turn your remote on first. You always want your remote on first, no matter what. Then you just hit this orange button right between his pant legs on the opposite side of the front disc brake. So there's no disc brake on this side, and that's where the switch is. Press that once. So now there's a startup sequence. It is all connected, and you hit flywheel on. It's about a 30-second startup sequence. It's really awesome. It sounds like a jet about ready to fly out of your hand. Set, you're done with that. Just press the power button right behind his boot, and hold the power button for the remote, and it's turned off. And that's basically it. So, I mean, this thing is fairly straightforward. You need to just, like I said, just get used to it. Don't go ham on it as soon as you get it, unless you want to. But if you want to have a good experience and not break everything instantly, you just need to ease your way into everything. But I mean, this thing is awesome. There's a reason why you cannot buy this thing. It's very, very unique. It's different, and I think Losi did an amazing job. It's an awesome bike. I mean, it is a little pricey, but I mean, this thing's quarter scale. I have a hydro flask. Compared to my hydro flask, this is a 32-ounce hydro flask. I mean, this thing is huge. It's quarter scale. Like, if this thing is not small by any means, and with all the Spectrum electronics, and the design of it, it's quite a fair price. So I know some people are like, that's insane, but I mean, with how much thought and work and technology that's been put into this thing, it's ridiculous. Just do your research, do some technobabble watching of everything and how it works, and this will be your favorite RC car, bike, RC vehicle that you'll have. It's awesome. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this overview video. If you have any questions or concerns, just put it in the comments. I'll try to get back to you, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and peace.
Spare change, ma'am.